Thanks for coming. How you doing this morning? Girl, there's been so much stuff in the news. I was so bored. Good. I'm glad I could be to the rescue. I'm glad Sephora, girl. I got an update about that Angela Tramonte, Angela Tramonte woman too. I know we were talking about that. Yeah, it's crazy. Some of the stuff I was finding is kind of crazy. Very, very suspect. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. If you're watching this on the replay, thank you. And I hope you have a good day. I'm sure people will join us later, but I'm going to keep going because I have a lot of stuff to cover in this live. Sephora, thanks for being here with me. Shout out to Sephora. She is one of my sous chefs. Okay. She's a moderator. And I really appreciate her a lot. Her and Ono are both sous chefs. So there's so much to talk about. And of course, as always, I want to hear people's thoughts. You can either drop down in the chat or you can write comments after you've watched the replay. So the first thing I want to talk about is New York City. So New York City is following suit. France and Italy, I believe it was a month ago, France and Italy announced similar things that they're requiring people to be vaccinated to engage in certain activities. And I really want to talk about this. So, I shared in another video, I am vaccinated. I have both of my vaccinations, but I don't think people should be forced to get vaccinated. I think it should be your choice. Now, there's a lot of information out there about the vaccination. People have different thoughts and different concerns. I personally was fine. After the first one, I was very sleepy and I had a sore arm, which is pretty normal, but I was super sleepy, not just for a day, but like a whole week. I'm not a big napper and I needed a nap. Like, I think for like the next 5 days, I was just mad sleepy. So, I did have that was my reaction to the first one. And then when I got my second shot, I barely got a sore arm the second time. So I got the Pfizer vaccine, which seems like it's kind of the best one. But anyway, that being said, I don't think people should be forced to take it. I think it should be your decision if you want to take the vaccine or not. And so I think it's kind of messed up. So let's talk about what New York City's doing. So de Blasio, okay, we know New York City they've always been infamous for putting things on the public that really stresses people out and targets people and marginalizes people. Y'all remember that damn stop and frisk shit? I'm pretty sure that was New York. And guess who ended up getting targeted? Okay, black and brown people. So with De Blasio, the governor, is it the governor? I'm trying to think who. Yes, no, the governor is Cuomo. Damn, I think it's the mayor. I think De Blasio is the mayor of the city. So De Blasio said for New York City dining gyms and I think it's like performances, you have to have proof that you got at least one vaccine. Okay, you have to show proof that you got at least one vaccination if you want to be able to do indoor dining, go to gyms, and go to I'm guessing concerts and shit like that. Now, guys, I would love to hear your thoughts. I know everybody's going to have different thoughts about this, and I really would like to hear, and I'll get to the comments. But this is wrong. I don't think it's right that people should be depending on what it is, I feel like going to the gym, eating, this is crazy. Hey, Miss Tiva, good morning, love. This, I think, is crazy to tell people that you have to do that, and here's why. Like I said, I'm not against the vaccine. I got the vaccine, but I don't think people should be forced. Listen to how stupid this is. This man is trying to put this mandate into place September 13th. Matter of fact, that's my birthday, and all the while, he's not even instituting a mask mandate, guys. Yes, I don't like it either, Miss Tiva. I don't. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right. So he's not even putting in the mask mandate, but this man is over here telling people they can't eat, they can't go to restaurants indoors, they can't go to gyms. How are you going to stop people from going to the gyms? That's like, oh, do you know the trickle down effect of not letting people go to the gym? That's crazy. That's just so crazy. And here's the other thing. Good morning, peace, love. Thanks for being here, hon. The other thing that's crazy about this is that I don't understand why New York, like I know New York City had a lot of numbers for COVID initially. So I don't know if this is why they're like in their feelings and they're like, we don't want to be like at the top of the list again, but I don't get it. You're not even telling people to wear masks, but you're trying to force them to get a vaccine, which, if I recall, you can't even sue if something happens. Once again, just to be clear, I did get the vaccine, but if something happens to these people, they don't have anything to do. They're going to have to deal with the repercussions all on their own, and you're forcing them to take it. I just think that's messed up. I don't think you should be forced to do that, especially as it relates to these basic day-to-day activities. Okay. I don't think this is right. I don't even know if this is constitutional. Does anybody know? Do we have any constitution heads in here? Because I don't even know if this is constitutional for you to be able to do that, to tell people they got to have a vaccine that was just like now, and I don't want to be a hypocrite, right? Because we know if you've been to I went to school in New Jersey and also Pennsylvania, right? I went to like grade school and high school in New Jersey, and then I went to undergrad and grad school in Pennsylvania. No, lies. I went to undergrad in New York. And I know when I had to go to college in New York, I had to get certain shots. There were shots that I had to get to go to college. I couldn't go. I think it's like a meningitis shot. So we know that this isn't new. So I don't want to like pretend like this is not a thing. However, there's a difference here. The COVID vaccine was just created. Okay. This vaccine was just created. And there's a lot of things that people are concerned about. And I think it's just crazy that you're going to force people. You can like heavily recommend it, but I don't know. It's people's bodies. It's just weird. And guess what, guys? Did you know this? I learned something recently. I learned something researching the story. Do you know the religious exemption is no longer in effect for New York City and for New York State? So apparently in 2019, there was a measles outbreak in the Jewish Orthodox communities. And it was heavy there, and I guess they typically they were claiming religious exemption, so they didn't get their measles shots and stuff. And there was this huge outbreak, and so they got rid of it after that in 2019. So people can't even claim religious exemption in New York City; they can't. So I was surprised about that because I was like, oh shoot. So I think there needs to be other options. They're not even allowing people to choose the testing option. In some places they're like, oh, you have to prove that you have a negative COVID test. And I get it. They're trying to protect people, but this feels a bit heavy-handed. Yes, peace, love. I am. Child. So listen, I was born in Jamaica, and then I moved to the States when I was like 9, and I lived in New Jersey up until the point that I went to undergrad. And then I went to New York, and then I ended up in Pennsylvania. So it's kind of crazy. I was a huge Jersey girl. I lived in Middlesex County. So I live in Middlesex County. And, I have mixed feelings about New Jersey. There's things that I love and miss about it. And then there's other things because I had a little bit of a rough childhood. So, I really don't like to always go back there, but my mom and my sister are there. They decided to move back. So I guess I got to go. But I definitely enjoyed living in New York and Pennsylvania a lot more. I did. So this is so crazy, guys. No mask mandates. Okay, no religious exemptions, but you're forcing people to take this vaccine. It's crazy. I'm going to pause and read these comments. Sephora said, I refuse to get it right now because my body is still recovering from Rona. Exactly. You can't, Sephora, because you're supposed to be fully like over it. I have inflammation in my scalp, which made me shed 80% of my hair. Oh my God, Sephora, that's crazy. I'm sending you good vibes, hon. I'm praying for you. That's wild. That must be so devastating. Oh, that's Miss Tiva. I had said hi to her. This is so crazy, guys. Yeah, the gyms. How are you gonna stop people from going to the gyms? Just tell them to wear a mask. This is what I'm saying. I don't understand the mask thing. Like, just have people wear a mask. It's not something that's like invasive where you're telling them to inject something in their body. And this is why I get angry because I'm like, there's people who they don't even want to wear a mask, right? And now look at this. They're trying to like crank up this shit and tell people they got to put shit in their bodies. I don't agree with that. I think it should be your choice to make. Like I said, I got it. I'm never going to be like, oh, this person's dumb. They didn't get the vaccine. That's your choice. There could be so many reasons why you're not taking the vaccine. Some people are waiting. Okay. So it's just crazy. New York is a liberal state. How did this happen? Exactly. I don't know. I don't know, Sephora. It's something about the vaccine mandate that's not sitting right in my spirit, Miss Tiva. Do 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 do. I'm with you, Miss Tiva. It don't feel right. Nope. Nope. I don't agree. I don't agree. Okay. Sephora has a clone said, no, it's not legal under Human Act laws, but they say because it's a health issue, it will rule out everything. I don't think this is constitutional. I don't think it is. Hey, chocolate bag. Good morning, hon. I don't think this shit is constitutional. They're tripping. Okay. And I don't know how long it's going to stick around now. Yeah, I know I just did a video about Texas and Florida. Is it yeah, Texas and Florida. And they're at the other extreme of things. Okay. They're like, no, we're not going to have any mask mandates and we're going to find people who try to institute that. And then you got New York on the other end of things. That's like, we're going to strip you of your freedoms and, you're going to have to take this damn vaccine. It's just, there's no middle ground. They need to have other options for people. I don't think it should be jump straight to this. I don't know. It's weird, guys. I don't feel good about it. Miss Tiva said, are they trying to protect people or financial interests? Miss Tiva, see, this is the kind of shit that they do that does make me think that. Because I'm like, who's getting paid for these vaccines? Who is getting paid for these vaccines that you are so pressed? Okay. You're so pressed that you're telling people they got to do this. Honestly, I know I made this comment the other day because I was joking around. Okay. But this shit does start, it's starting to feel like Mark of the Beast things. You know what I'm saying? You like, people can't go to the gym. What's next? People can't go to the gym. They can't go to indoor restaurants. You gonna tell people they can't buy and sell? Girl, de Blasio, this ain't it, homie. This is not it. Okay, this is crazy. Praise up for you, Sephora. Yes, please pray for Sephora. Please send her all the positive, good vibes and energy. She needs it. Okay. I don't want to tell her story for her. This is, that's totally up to her, but she shared that, she's still recovering from Rona. So guys, it's crazy. I'm just glad that she survived. I'm glad she made it, even though she's dealing with a lot of the effects. Sephora said, thank you, Ms. T. I have such a hard time with it, but I'm hopeful. And then people are just saying hi to folks. Yeah, pharmaceutical companies. See, Big Pharma, they're going to shut my live down. I'm going to just warn you now, if it gets shut down, I'll come back because they're not going to stop me. See, this is the thing. Back when I was monetized on my old channel, do you know how many of my videos went to orange? Because I stayed talking about shit that YouTube was like, no, ma'am. This don't got enough frills on it. We're not going to pay for this, Presha Cooka. It's crazy. Yep. Billionaires and Big Pharma. And then you got these people out here, they what's his face? Bezos. Okay. Flying out to space and shit. I'm telling y'all, something's coming. Okay. Something is coming because these people acting crazy. All these millionaires. Child, let me just keep it down. Anyway, Sister Crystal, good morning, Sister Crystal. It's crazy. Sephora said, in Turkey, you can't buy bread if you didn't get the vaccine. Sephora, stop it. Are you serious? Wait a minute. Child, listen. And then I was watching somebody yesterday, and he had me dying laughing, but it's also not really funny. He said... he was calling for the scammers and the bootleggers to come out with fake vaccine cards. And I'm like, you don't think they thought about this already? I'm sure they're gonna have ways that they're gonna be able to track it and figure out. I still have to get my card. I'm 2 weeks past my second vaccination. I'm probably 3 weeks now, and I just keep forgetting to get it. But I don't know. I'm there. Y'all know there's bootleggers for everything, but I don't know. I'm sure they've thought about this already. So, and I'm worried about if you get caught with that. There's a lot of implications. Number one, what if you're sick and you got a fake vaccine card and you spreading the Rona? Not cool. Number two, if you do get popped, what's going to happen to you? Okay, what's going to happen to you? They're probably going to do very, very harsh punishment. So, I don't want to see people going to jail, but this is crazy, guys. I don't know. This is wrong. I don't care what anybody said. Sister Chris said, I'm glad I caught your live. Once again, I think people should have the right to choose. What if you have medical issues? Like, there's different reasons why people aren't doing it. So your life is gonna stop because you aren't like doing what they want you to do as it relates to a new thing that was created. That's crazy. I told y'all in my other video, I was hesitant to take it. I did take it, and I'm fine, but it's not sitting well with me. And there's a lot of other vaccinated people who are also speaking out, like, this doesn't sound right. This isn't right at all. It's crazy. Anyway, let me keep reading these comments. Sephora said, thank you, everyone. I really appreciate it. You're welcome, Sephora. I have a friend that recently contracted the virus. She's very ill, and I'm not sure if she's going to make it. Oh, no, Chocolate Bay, I'm sorry. She's been very careful, but still caught it. And see, Chocolate Bay, it's crazy. The virus is no joke. And especially this damn Delta variant, it sounds straight from the gates of hell. Like, oh, man. We're also going to be praying for your friend, Chocolate Bay. I hope that they pull through. That's very, very scary. Very scary. Miss Tiva said, is here just unraveling the layers? Yes. Ooh. Miss Tiva. Peace Love said, wow, CB, I'm sorry to hear this. Did she get the vaccine? That's actually a really good question. Chocolate Bay said, thank you, Peace Love, but she didn't. I did, but I feel comfortable doing it. Exactly, Chocolate Bay. See, that summarizes exactly how I feel. I did, but didn't feel comfortable doing it. I also didn't feel comfortable. I didn't, but I did it anyway. It's just crazy. Oh my God, that is awful. I hope she makes it. Steva, yes, we will be quarantined and won't be able to move about to live. Yeah, it's sad. It is absolutely sad. And you know what? It's also, I think about a lot of medical professionals, because there's also medical professionals who aren't getting it, right? There's a range of people. Don't buy the narrative that it's only the crazy people, like I said, the tin hat, microchip people. There's different reasons why people are hesitant. I've talked about them before. And so I don't think it's right, to just lump everybody in, CB, wow, this is so sad. It's unreal. M. Tate said, good morning, M. Tate. I have an appointment to get the shot. That's great, M. Tate. Sister Crystal said, prayers going out to your friend Chocolate Bay. And I'm going to tell you guys this. Yeah, I know that I have my own business. I don't even feel comfortable asking my clients if they got vaccinated. We just have things in place. We have different precautions set up. We have different systems set up. I don't feel comfortable asking people. So a lot of my clients tell me when they do, and I've told them. But to me, I feel like it's becoming so polarized, and it's becoming so political that it doesn't feel right to be like, hey, are you vaccinated? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's just how I feel. I'm just being honest with you. I know before I got vaccinated, I didn't like that shit. I had my husband's family being like, so did you get vaccinated? And I'm like, to me, that question feels kind of like, if I don't know you and you're asking me about my political views and my religious beliefs, I don't know. It's kind of weird to me. That's how I feel. Maybe that I'm thinking about it too much, but I didn't like that shit. And so I already saw where this was going to be going with people. There's already a lot of polarization, and I don't think that helps things. It doesn't help the numbers. It doesn't help to make people have faith to actually be like, okay, I'm gonna go take this. I just think it makes people feel more marginalized, and it's sad. Sephora said, when you get the Rona, you feel paralyzed. This isn't a flu. Woo, Sephora. And that's the thing. It's very scary, guys. It's very, very scary. The stories that I read, the things that I hear from people, it's no joke. Some people do catch a mild case, but you just never know. You don't know. Nobody knows how their body's going to respond to it, or what kind of strain, it is that you're going to get. I think we're going to be shut down again. I think so too, Chocolate Bay. I think so too. I think we will here in my province. They're getting ready to lift things, which surprises me. And they're pulling the same mask shit that they did in the states. But I'm gonna still wear my mask in public. I don't need somebody to tell me to wear my mask. I'm just gonna do it. But I think I personally think it's too soon. I think we're just the Delta variant seems like it's running rampant. So I wouldn't be surprised. I told y'all in another video, get your stuff, get your supplies. Don't wait till the lines are crazy and you run out of toilet paper. Start getting stuff now. You don't even have to go crazy. Just every time you go to the store, get a couple items. If you don't feel like you want to dedicate a shopping trip to getting supplies, you can just get stuff when you go. Sister Crystal said, I haven't gotten a jab in the arm, but I'm afraid because I have other health issues. And see, that's the thing, Sister Crystal. It's like a double edged sword because if you have health issues and you get Rona, it could be very serious. So sometimes the jab can help with that. But then other times, if you have health issues, the jab could put you, in danger. So it's a hard decision, guys. It's a hard decision. This is why it's important to not judge other people and let them make their own decision. Thank you for sharing that, Sister Crystal. Chocolate Bay said, I've gained so much weight, I look like a fat bastard. Chocolate Bay, we are not going to do that type of negative self talk, okay? All right. We know you're still sexy and chocolatey. All right. Yes, it is. I put on some pounds too. I'm still walking and, doing my exercises and stuff. But guys, listen, the first round, child, and y'all know with what I do, there's a lot of sitting. Okay. And so we went through a couple lockdowns. The second lockdown, I was like, nah, I got to start walking around and shit. Cause the first one, it's like all that sitting, all that staying inside, it just it wasn't good. So, yes, I know a lot of us we were feeling it. And child, I'm gonna make a little messy segue here and say, see, I see some people switching up on their community posts. They're the ones who love to body shame people. And then as soon as I sprinkle some truth to them, they talking about something they about to transform and they eating asparagus and sauteed fish. Stop fat shaming people. See, it doesn't feel good when somebody highlights the fact that you done gained 50 pounds due to the queso, the Ruffles queso chips, does it? It doesn't feel good. Stop body shaming people. And I had said it was just women, but she did it to men too. And that shit is annoying. So I bet it doesn't feel good. And that's all I'm gonna say. See, I don't do stuff like that because I know what that feels like when people do that to you. I don't go around shaming people and talking about, you fat bitch. Like, that's crazy. It's crazy to me when I see people doing stuff like that. But I just had to say that. I had to share that real quick and be petty. But we gotta love and embrace our bodies. We all have different health goals. I'm here for the health goals, but I'm trying to work on my negative self-talk. And I always try to share that with people as well. Sister Crystal said, I believe whether someone is vaxxed or not, people should still wear masks and avoid large crowds. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's the thing. The vaccine, I think it limits maybe how much you can get COVID. And if you do get it, it also minimizes the chances that you will get severely sick or die. So there are still people who are catching COVID with the vaccine. They never said it prevents you from getting the COVID, guys. It's just that it increases your chance of survival or being severely ill. The thing with COVID is it's not just that it's a horrible, horrible situation when it's active in your body. A lot of people feel very, very sick and are dealing with a lot of symptoms long after the COVID is gone. So there's just so much there. It's a very complicated illness. Miss Tiva said, I agree, PC. It's not about it. It's nobody's business. And so I don't ask my clients. I don't do it because I don't like when sometimes people will ask, and let's say if it's personal, let's say they have a sick family member and they're asking for that reason. If you're telling me why you're asking, that's different. But it's none of your business. Specific reasons, stop collecting information on people. It's none of your damn business, personally. But you know, hey y'all, the Chocolate Bay, peace, love. This is why I think it's just so much easier to just wear a mask because then nobody has to be in your business. That's just what I think. Anyway, peace, love said humans are getting on my nerves. LOL. I just stay home until y'all figure it out. Peace, love. Clyde is the Section 8 version of James Brown with greasy curls. Oh my gosh. Yo, this name is funny. I saw you the other day. Good morning. This week, Costco looked a little low on TP and paper towels. I'm seeing certain food shortages as well. You know what? That's a very, very good point, Clyde, is the Section 8. Not only will you see that, but that I had also read that there will be food shortages because there was somebody I was reading a thread about different farmers and as it relates to like livestock and meat, and they were talking about how the prices were getting astronomical, and that is not a good sign, and that means that like to buy the animals they were offering them ridiculous low prices and stuff. So that is an indicator that it's not going to be good. Y'all better get y'all some beans now, okay? Because I'll love me some chicken and fish, but be prepared if you don't have access to some stuff, because I don't know. It's weird. The other thing is, I shouldn't laugh about this because I do listen to some of these people. But have y'all seen an increase in the talk about in the talk about what is it, aliens and stuff and different things, and people are like, oh, the Titans are coming back. I've been hearing people say a whole bunch of wild shit, yo. Like, anyway, that's a whole nother live. Team AJ said, I didn't gain weight until after the lockdown. Really, Team AJ? Share your tips. Share your tips. Sephora said they're setting us up for the real Rona. I heard them say Rona 19 was a joke for what Rona 21 has in store. Child, what a mess. What a mess. I can't. Listen, y'all better be prayed up. Get your exercise. Get your vitamin C. Oh, the other thing I want to share with y'all is that I heard that vitamin D levels were also low in a lot of people who got not everybody, but I heard that was also a trend. So I know for us Black people and brown people, especially Black people, we tend to be lower in vitamin D levels because we have this awesome extra melanin, which protects us from the sun, but also apparently affects how we absorb vitamin D. So that's just something to think about. Get your levels checked. It doesn't hurt. It's just a simple blood test, I think. It's very important to build your immune system up. Exactly, Miss Tiva. Your body will heal and protect itself. Absolutely. Get you some echinacea, okay? Get you some mullein. You can find that. When I lived in Pennsylvania, you can find it and harvest it yourself. You don't even have to buy it and then dry it. Yes. Miss Tiva said, right, PC doesn't prevent, just lessens the chances of being critically ill. Exactly. Peace Love said, oh, yes, stock up now. I'm telling y'all, don't wait. Do it now. Because like I said before, you can't go wrong getting that stuff, guys. If you do it and 6 months from now, nothing happens and there's no more lockdowns, then you just use that food. Just use it. It's not going to cause a problem. I don't think there's anything wrong with being prepared. I've even heard some people saying get things that like you don't have to cook because you just never know. NYW said, good morning, Presha and Mons in chat. Good morning, NYW. Thanks for being here. Miss Tiva said chicken is priced like prime ribs. Listen, y'all better get your gardens going or figure out how to grow stuff inside. I'm telling you. NYW said, I just lost the Rona 20. Yes, congratulations, NYW. Not getting that weight again. Amen. I hear that. Because also, being overweight also puts us at more risk, apparently. So, they're pushing the alien agenda for the one God agenda. Child, I seen that. It's mad people talking about the Galactic Federation and aliens and shit, and I'm like, I don't know. This is getting a little crazy. We're also dealing with the weather change. Grand solar minimum. It shortens the growing season and causes extreme weather patterns. Whew. i.e. Texas snowstorm, the weather will get colder over the next 11 years. Child, listen, I wouldn't be surprised. Well, first of all, climate change is an issue. And you know what's crazy, guys? My husband's been saying this since the very start of the pandemic. He was like, people over here worried about Rona, but they've never been worried about climate change. And that irritates him. And he's like, that kind of stuff could actually be affecting and causing some of this stuff. But, I also think sometimes they mess with the weather. I don't know. That might sound a little bit crazy, but sometimes I think they do that. I don't trust a lot of these people. I don't trust the government. I don't trust the higher ups because, we know the rich people, they're in charge of a lot of stuff. So, no, ma'am. Miss Tiva said, I just took a vitamin D boost because mine was low. Yes. Check your vitamin D levels, guys. See, Miss Tiva's on it. She's on it. Check your vitamin D levels. It's very hard to figure out if you're low in vitamin D. Sometimes, do you know vitamin D is linked to so much stuff? It's like it's all. I think that they said that research is showing it's almost getting considered as a hormone because of how important it is. Vitamin D is important, guys. It can affect whether you have depression. It can affect the way your body metabolizes stuff. Like it's crazy. Look into vitamin D. This is why in the winter so many people get affected by seasonal affect disorder. So look into that. Miss Tiva is speaking facts. Beans, rice, canned goods. Bam. That's the trio right there. Exactly. Exactly. Okay. My job is pressuring us to get it and lose our job. And that's messed up, MV. Hey, MV, thanks for being here. It's wrong. I don't think it's right for people to do that. I just, it just got created. Like I don't understand this at all. And you can't do anything. You can't tell them, oh, I got sick or this did this to me and I'm gonna sue you. Not that everything's about being sued, but it's like I think it's messed up for you to mandate something that you're basically we're test dummies if you think about it. Okay. So I don't know. But I'm one of those people. I took it and I said, I believe that God and everybody else, I believe that my positive thoughts is going to transmute any negative effects of the jab. That's just how I think about it. You can't be focused. For me, I'm not going to be focused on fear because I don't want to sit and find out about how bad it's going to be if I get it. That was me personally. So that was how I overcame my fear. But trust me, I had concerns. And don't let people shame you for having concerns. It's ridiculous. All you need is protein powder and a blender. Yep. And they even have plant-based ones now too. Child, listen. So, guys, thank you for your input on that topic. New York City is trash for this. De Blasio, no, we're not going to Blasio. This is some bullshit. All right. And like I said, I don't think people should be forced to be getting injected with this shit when they just put it on the market. Who's benefiting from this? We know people's pockets are getting padded over this. Like, no. Nope. Anyway, any other thoughts on this topic? We're about to talk about Dababy's ass, okay? I have not talked about him because, listen, child, I never listened to one of his songs before. Safari said the radio released information that they had stopped a fire by sending drones to the air to release sulfuric acid into the clouds to create a rainstorm and tornadoes. Dun, dun, dun. See? And I was watching Lovely T the other day, and Lovely T said Dubai has figured out how to create rain. Like, so she had a video and everything, so it wasn't fake. I was like, that sounds crazy. Yep. I'm not surprised for it. Gemini Visions. Hi, Gemini Visions, Infinity. I'm not taking a shot that was manufactured in some basement. Gemini, not in the basement. Miss Tiva said, I believe, however, God has need me to leave this earth. I will transition out. Amen, Miss Tiva. She was like, I'm not going to choose the fear agenda. Hi, Benj. Team AJ said, I'm not understanding why America has so many vaccines while the rest of the world struggles to get them. Team AJ, that is another excellent point. That is another excellent point. Team AJ, who's in your avatar? I can't remember which anime character that is. That is another excellent point. And there is so much to unpack about that. So much to unpack. But this is how it's always been, okay? America, Canada, a lot of these other countries, they be hoarding up the goodies. And meanwhile, other people struggling. Child, I listen, I'm not even going to go there. It's crazy, but that's a very, very, very excellent point, Team AJ. Very excellent point. So, guys, we're going to move on to Dababy, okay? Dababy said, if you don't have AIDS, we're going to read his initial comments because he did a whole bunch of crazy shit. And I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Once again, whatever your viewpoints are, they're welcome here as long as we're respectful. It's not that I think everybody has to think the same, but I think that certain things people need to keep to themselves, okay? So let's get into it because I personally was very annoyed about his comments and I was upset because it's homophobic as hell. This is what he said. If you didn't show up today, this is him at a concert, with HIV or AIDS, he started out the gate with the stigma, or any of them deadly sexually transmitted diseases that'll make you die in 2 to 3 weeks, then put your cell phone light in the air, he said. Ladies, if your poom poom, that's not what he said, but we're going to modify it. If your poom poom smells like water, put a cell phone light in the air. Fellas, if you ain't suck a ninja deck, okay, in the parking lot, put your cell phone lights in the air. Keep it effing real. This is from Dababy, okay? And I'll get back to your comments, guys, because y'all know I be getting distracted. Dababy chose to do this at a recent concert. Now, like I said, I ain't never listened to one of his songs or videos. When you have certain names, and this is probably discriminatory, I don't give a shit. If your name is like the baby or little, if you're not from back in the day when I listened to people like Lil Wayne, I just don't even give you no play. You need to be more creative. Okay, all of these the and lils, you need to have better names. I just can't take you seriously. So I've never listened to any of his music. He looks ignorant. In fact, I've also heard that he's popped people in the head upside their head at his concert. You know, I don't know why he's making poom poom comments, Sephora. I don't know why he's making poom poom comments, but there was so much in here. There's stereotypes and stigmas and homophobia. All kinds of ignorance was in his comment at his concert. Child, after he got popped for saying this stuff, he doubled down. See, people never learn. They never learn, guys. He got in trouble for making these comments, and then he continued. He doubled down. He didn't apologize. And then when he started to lose endorsements and deals, and even most recently, he got kicked out of mad concerts and events and festivals. Apparently he came out with two apologies. The first apology I couldn't find, but in his most recent apology, he said, listen to this, because we're going to really get on the baby's ass. Social media moves so fast that people want to demolish you before you even have the opportunity to grow, educate, and learn from your mistakes. He wrote, as a man who has had to make his own way from very difficult circumstances, having people I know publicly working against me, knowing that what I needed was an education on these topics and guidance has been challenging. This is part one of his apology. We're going to stop there before I read part two. First of all, what in the got it at the mall apology hell is this? Dababy, this is the most narcissistic apology I've heard. You blamed people for your mistakes. In his apology, he's pretty much blaming people for not giving him a chance to be educated. Nigga, you should have been educated before you chose to get up on somebody's stage and be homophobic. You're not 2. You're not 12. You're a grown ass man. You know that this shit is wrong. It was unnecessary. Okay. If you want to talk like that amongst your friends, guess what? It's a free country. Do it. But you have a responsibility as a public figure to not be ignorant. Okay. To not be racist, to not be homophobic, to not be misogynistic. And you chose to get up on the stage and do most of those things, minus the racism. You did that. And now it's other people's fault because we're not allowing you to get an education. Sweetie, when has it ever been okay to make these comments? To stigmatize HIV and AIDS? And listen, I'm going to keep it all the way real with y'all, okay? See, a lot of people love to get on gay people and lesbian people for their sexual activities. Meanwhile, a lot of these heterosexual rappers are smashing raw mad different women. And they're probably carriers of incurable STDs such as herpes, okay, syphilis. Okay, let's keep it real. Let's get into it. But you got the nerve to sit up here talking about if you don't have HIV AIDS, you probably got AIDS. Why are you like, this is crazy to me. This is crazy to me that he is putting those things together. Peep game. He's trying to associate people sucking DAC in the parking lot with HIV, as though if you're a heterosexual person sucking DAC in the parking lot without a condom, you can't get HIV. Make it make sense. Okay, Dababy, you're around here doing all kinds of stuff, probably having raw sex with mad women. Okay, you don't think you can get these things? Do you think it's just for gay people? This is ridiculous. And I'm so glad that he's getting skewered. Okay, I am so glad he's getting turned over the coals slowly because it's dumb as hell. And then this apology just reeks of narcissism. It's nobody else's fault. It's everybody else's fault but his. Talking about some education. Are you kidding me? It is your responsibility to educate yourself. It is your responsibility. There is freedom of expression and freedom of speech, guys, but there's not freedom from consequences. This is what people don't realize. They keep saying, "Oh, freedom of speech, and I can say what I want." Sure, you go ahead and say whatever you want, but you don't have freedom from consequences. There's no amendment that says that. Okay, so when I see people say this stuff and talk about oh yeah, it's the gay agenda, and no, stop saying dumb shit. When people get up there and say ignorant shit and racist shit about black people or other people of color, I'm not here for it. This is the same thing. This is the same thing. They call for people to be stripped of certain things. It's not just when people speak out about the LGBT community, guys. This happens to people when they say racist things. Unfortunately, they don't do it enough, but it happens. Okay, it happens. Then in his other part of his apology, this is listen. This is what he should have started with. Never start with your excuse for why you did some f-ish. Start with the damn apology. Okay, apologies one on one. I want to apologize to the LGBTQ plus community for the hurtful and triggering comments I made. Again, I apologize for my misinformed comments about HIV and AIDS. I know education on this is important. I can't even keep a straight face. Love to all. God bless. Child, I don't even know what to say. Once again, if you're an entertainer, a public figure, educate yourself before you get on there and say stupid stuff. Stop getting high at your concerts. Stop getting drunk at your concerts so you have all of your mental faculties and that you don't have to go get up there and say stupid shit and mess with your bag. Do the inner healing work. Why are heterosexual people so focused on the activities of gay and lesbian people, of the LGBT community? I never understood that. This is why I wholeheartedly believe people who are fixated. I'm not saying, listen, there are people who they don't believe, you should be gay or whatever. Those people can believe what they want to believe. So I'm not telling you can't think that, because that's your belief. That's your belief. But however, I get annoyed with the people who try to police other people's activities and sexual orientation. It makes me think those people are struggling with their own thoughts and they don't know how to be themselves and to live their authentic truth. And so they're going to attack other people. That's what it leads me to believe. Because why are you so focused on it? Why are you worried about it? I don't get it. I don't understand, guys. It's weird. So since then, he has been kicked out of many festivals. Most recently, I think it was iHeartRadio, something in Austin City Limits and Music Midtown, guys. And he also was kicked out of Lollapalooza. It's probably over for this dude. It's probably over for this dude. I don't necessarily believe in cancel culture. I believe in consequences, but he should have apologized immediately. And he shouldn't have blamed people. He did 2 apologies, guys, but he took a long time before he made his first apology. So I'm gonna read these comments. Sorry for Dababy, okay? Because he's acting like exactly his name, Dababy, okay? It's from Dragon Ball Z, okay, Team AJ, okay. Thank you. It's crazy. Sephora said, "Lol, boom boom." Team AJ said, "I never listened to his music, anyways." Me neither. He's a joke. I'd like to know what he has learned, if anything, from his statements in doubling down on said statements and losing endorsements and correct concert headlines. Exactly, Clyde, is the Section 8. That's an amazing question. I would like for Dababy to articulate what exactly he did learn. You're right. You're absolutely right. And that's what I ask kids when they apologize. Okay, this is how you teach kids to apologize the right way. Because if they're just repeating something just because they think this is what they're supposed to say to get off the hook, you need to ask them what they're sorry for so that they can articulate that in their own words. Dababy, you're not sorry. You're sorry that you're losing money. You should have stuck to just doing your music and performing instead of your homophobic rhetoric. Nobody's interested. Cut the crap. Okay? Unnecessary. Sephora said he punched black women in a concert. That's what I thought. I thought I had heard some stuff, but never got canceled. But when he took shots at the gay community, he got canceled. People just sick of his shit, Sephora. See, you can only do so much stuff before you really piss people off. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. He found a PR specialist to write that. He sure did, peace, love. We know Dababy don't talk like that. Okay. Dababy. All while having pastors, babies, and baby and daddies, maybe. Right? Okay. I don't understand. Peace, love said it. There we go. He's probably gay. Suppression is real. I agree with peace, love. Nobody is that obsessed with what somebody else is doing unless that's what they want to be doing. Okay, live your truth, Dababy. Okay, peace, love. He's definitely not the articulate. No way. No way. It's ridiculous. What was the point? Why even say that he besmirched? Ooh, good word. I like it, Team AJ. Besmirchified, shout out to LN, his own name for literally no reason. Exactly. He did this to himself. The baby, you're not a victim, okay? It's not because you're black. It has nothing to do with that. You did this. You did this. It's ridiculous. Hence the phrase "mind your own beeswax." Absolutely, he should have kept it to himself. Stop worrying about it and shut your mouth. I don't think it's over for him, but he will lose endorsements and respect. Yes, he could probably bounce back. He gonna have to chill out for a while though, Miss Tiva. Sephora says definitely a humiliation ritual for music industry. They all go through it. But you know, Sephora, I do believe that there's humiliation ritual, but this was just plain stupidity. He did this. Nobody dug up dirt about him that he said he did this shit on at his concert, and he's feeling the consequences of that right now. I don't think he should apologize if he doesn't mean it. Binge, okay, so Binge just said something very powerful, and I absolutely agree with her. See, here's the thing, right? When people make these comments, I'm trying to think of something else that was said. I don't remember what Nick Cannon's comments were, but I know he pissed off the Jewish community. I don't know if he said anti-Semitic remarks or if he just made a commentary about like how much of the industry they own or are responsible for. I don't know. So I don't remember, and I don't want to accuse him falsely. But there are some things that people say, not in this case, okay, that do have some truth to it. And the PC police come and they try to snatch them up, okay? But in this case, I don't think this is it. I think he was definitely being homophobic. But I do agree that sometimes when people stay quiet, when they say stupid shit that they really, really believe, sometimes that is better because at least you're being honest, right? You're being honest with yourself and just don't do any more damage. Just stop talking. Just leave it alone. But he continued to say stupid and crazy shit. And that's why he's in hot water. What Dababy should have been canceled. But I guess people don't care about him punching a woman in the face. No, when it comes to women, it's true. It's very sad. It's very sad. That's what I'm saying. I know I heard that he had hit somebody upside the head before. It's crazy. But you know what, too? A lot of these women, just like with R. Kelly, okay, they seen R. Kelly had mad allegations. There's so much proof of his evil, crazy, sexual deviance, and they still send their kids to his house. Okay, people are still flocking to his concerts. It doesn't change certain people's behaviors. So in some ways, I also don't think it's just Dababy. Like Dababy is wrong for doing that, but there's plenty of women who probably still continue to support him, even though they were at that concert and saw the lady got bopped in the head. Okay. So both people need to be held accountable. Dababy and the stupid women who continue to support and patronize. I mean, and be patrons of him. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. There's always has to be a divide in the black community. It's primarily the cis hetero black men who get gunned down by the police, but every black person come out to protest, including LGBT black people. Exactly, Team AJ, absolutely. And see, this is the crazy part. I agree with you. There's so much division, especially in the black community, between cis hetero black men or just black people in general and the LGBTQ plus community. And when there's issues facing the black community at large, the LGBT community is there. But sometimes they don't feel like, we have their backs. And it's true, and it's sad. It's very sad. It's very sad, and it's unbalanced. Bench said no fakes ever allowed, figuratively and literally. I do think Bench is definitely making some excellent points. She's like, standing your stuff 10 toes down, even if it's wrong or other people think it's wrong. When you come back out here fake, listen, if I was a part of the LGBTQ plus community, I'd be like, this is a bunch of bullshit. This apology is fake as fuck. And it is. But I still think it's worth saying something and to apologize and then see if people improve. Y'all remember when the dude from Seinfeld came out here with his racist ass and he said a whole bunch of crazy shit at one of his shows? He never bounced back from that. He apologized 11 times. He never bounced back from that. And here's why. Once you show your ass in a certain way, people pay attention and they take notes. I know I do. I take notes. Okay. I never liked Seinfeld anyway. I was never a Seinfeld person. No reason. Just wasn't interested. Okay. And when I heard that he did that, I was like, hell no to the no, I'm not watching this shit. Okay. So I don't care how many times he apologized. I now know this isn't something I want to support. You showed your ass. You didn't just say, something small. I think he was talking about like 50 years ago, they were hanging people that look like you from trees. Do you know how deep and painful that is? That is some deep seated racism, guys. So if I was gay people and I heard the baby saying this shit, he would be canceled in my mind too. I would be done with him forever because I know this is the shit that you mean. This is you're saying this. This is why I'm gonna say this too. I'm gonna weave in a sector here. See, I hear a lot of people in the sector. They say crazy shit, and then when they get called to the carpet for it, they say things like, "Oh, I'm only talking about that person. I'm only saying this to this person because I'm mad at them." If you make generalized statements about groups of people and then you turn around and say you're just talking to that person, that makes no sense. You can't call, somebody the F word and then be like, I'm only talking about this person right here. That has to be a part of what you think and believe for you to feel like you can use that word. The only people that use that word and get a pass are people within the community, because it's my understanding that if you're within the community, you can use those words, just like Black people who use the N word. Okay, that's different than somebody outside of the Black community using the N word. So you can't call people for gatos, as Seven Star says, and then turn around and be like, well, I'm not homophobic. I just meant it for that person over there. That's stupid. Okay, if a white person calls me an N-word bitch or calls some other person an N-word bitch and then says, "Oh, Tamar, not you. You're my favorite Negro. I didn't mean that about you." I'll be like, "Get the fuck out of my life forever, ho." There's no way. Okay, so stop peeing on people's legs and telling them it's raining. Miss Tiva said, "Right, a forced apology is no apology to me." Absolutely. Sephora said, "Did you know there's a video going around showing the baby grabbing a man's hand and making him feel up on his own chest?" Sephora, none of that stuff surprises me at all. None of it surprises me. Peace Love says, "Right, the F word I would never use. I don't care how angry I get." Thank you, Peace Love. My sentiments exactly. It's just not a part of my vocabulary. Amen. I've never gotten mad and thought I'm going to call this gay man, the F word because I'm just so angry. Come up with other reads. Come up with other reads. It's ridiculous. Unfortunately, people fall for that excuse all the time. They do teenager. I just look at them with the side eye and I just take notes. I got a little notebook. It's invisible, and I just jot notes down. Whenever I hear people say certain things, you're not gonna fool me. You said that shit and you meant it. And you need to work on that. It's not that you can never overcome it, but you need to work on that. Clyde's Section 8 version said, "To your point of recognizing and remembering, I'm absolutely amazed every time I see my people wear /sing/rap/rep Gucci, drink Starbucks, and shop at H&M. Ooh, I wish I could pin this comment. Actually, I think StreamYard does have it. Excellent comment. Excellent comment. Absolutely right. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. I just learned about the Gucci stuff. I was watching. Oh, what is his name? I just started following him. Damn. His name is long, but he has really good videos. He does a lot of commentary on Young Pharaoh and like conscious community. And he was talking about like the history of Gucci, and I didn't know that. I don't know anything about the H&M stuff. Starbucks stuff, yep, it's crazy. That's all I'm gonna say. It's crazy. Clyde's the Section 8 said, "I have an elephant memory when it comes to company racist behavior." Woo! Listen, you have to. We got to stop giving our dollars to people who don't give a shit about us, guys. They mean that shit. I do too. Y'all remember when this is a smaller example. Y'all remember Paula Deen and her damn I don't even remember. It was something that she did that had to do with cooking, and then she got busted for saying the N-word. And she really tried to come out here and apologize and try to make it seem like, oh, it's from a different time. Girl, you're old, but you're not that old. Okay? It was crazy. And not that I ever bought her shit or anything like that, but I'm like, Paula Deen, I hope no other Black people buy your damn cookbooks, and support your empire of lard. Absolutely not. Okay? I absolutely agree with Clyde. You have to take notes of these people and stop supporting that. Stop supporting them. Okay? Because they will gladly take your black and brown dollar and shit on you. Okay? After they then cashed out. It's ridiculous. Miss Tiva said, "Yes, you have a great memory at Clyde." Hey, Reddy. I love reading Reddy's comments. Reddy's always leaving thoughtful comments in the comment section. Hi, Presha. I'm late. I'll be watching the replay anyway. I'm glad to catch you live. I'm glad you're here too. Yes, Big Shaker. Follow was canceled immediately. She was canceled immediately for me too. I was like, yo, this is crazy. This is so crazy because a lot of these racist people, they hide a lot of shit and then it slips out, guys. It slips out. They don't want to mess you. They don't want to mess with their coin. Pay attention, people. Pay attention. Okay, I have one more story and then I gotta run. Okay, I love talking with you guys so much. But I gotta. I just realized I was like, oh shoot, I got an appointment. I'm bad. Okay, I'm gonna give you a quick update on the Angela Tramonte case. That is the woman that I did a video about yesterday. Okay, so something reeks, guys. Something reeks. Let me read. I'll read these comments after. So, Angela Tremonte, I talked about in the video yesterday. She was found dead after a hiking date with a man. So I found out his name is, I think his last name is Dizdar. I don't know what ethnicity that is, but he looked like he was white. And I actually thought she was Hispanic at first. I think she's probably Italian because the Tremonte sounds pretty Italian. So apparently. Now, I read a couple different sources. Y'all know y'all got to get the news from different people because some of them is just biased. One news is reporting that, oh, there's no foul play. There's no foul play. Now, I'm going to give you guys some new details. First, they said the dude Dizdar, okay, he's a cop, guys. I started to think about this before I read the extra bits. If you're a cop, in theory, you're a first responder. What kind of first responder goes hiking? He told the police he didn't have water and she didn't have water. Make it make sense. Who lives in Arizona, is a cop, goes hiking in 100 and something degrees weather without water, takes your date along with you who is not from the area. So you don't have water and she doesn't have water. When I went to Arizona, that was one of the first things that my husband's brother told us. Make sure you have extra water. Drink mad water before you go and drink and bring water with you. I didn't even need him to tell me that, but that's what's supposed to happen. So this man is telling the other people that he never bring water and she no have no water. When I read that, I was like, oh no, something reeks. This makes no sense at all. You're lying. You're covering some shit up. Now, there's no physical indicators that this woman, that there was foul play. But we're going to wait on that toxicology report because just because it don't look like something happened to her doesn't mean he didn't have anything to do with it. Okay? It doesn't mean he didn't have anything to do with it. So that was the first red flag. I said, wait a minute, this doesn't make any sense. Even if he didn't bring water, wouldn't you encourage? I don't know. There are some ways that I'm traditional, guys. Okay? And if I'm going somewhere with a man and let's say he didn't have no water, I would think, this is just me. Maybe y'all gonna roast me for this, but I would think if he's a real man, he's gonna be like, you're not from this area. Here, let's go get you some water. Let's go get this before we go on this hike. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. I don't believe this. And they said this lady is fit and she's constantly drinking water. I don't think this is true. I don't think that she went up to that damn mountain without water. She may not be from the area and she may not be used to the environment. I'm not believing this as a fit person. I know. Second thing is, why would you go hiking as a first date? A lot of people were saying under that video, that's a bad idea. It is public, but it's not public in the same way. Some trails are busy, but you don't want to do that. Sit in a place that you can run to your car. You can leave if you need to. Then they said he told her he wanted to continue on the hike to take some pictures so she can go back to the car. So this now reveals they rode together, guys. They rode together. So he said when he got back to the car, she wasn't there. So I guess that's when he notified the police. What kind of man, let me tell you something. What kind of man would take you on a date or you were going on a date with them and they would have you walk back by yourself in a place that you don't know? What? That doesn't sound right, guys. Like, if this lady was alive, it would have been over. If you let me walk back by myself, that's crazy. I just don't believe that this is the case. I think he's lying. And then I found out some more tea about Dizdar. Apparently, Dizdar got busted in an internal investigation in 2009 for lying, guys. He was being investigated and he lied to internal investigation. So apparently he's a known liar. Now I got some other tea for y'all while I was roaming the countryside. He is a cop binge. Okay, listen, let me read this. Okay, now this is not official because I saw this in the comments. So disclaimer. This is not from a news source. Somebody in the comments under one of the other videos, under the news video, said, "This officer has a wife and kids. My buddy knows him personally. I'm sure his wife will file for divorce." I said, what? If this is true, I don't know. Again, take this part with a grain of salt. This is not reported by the news media, but we know how much they protect cops, guys. We know if this was a regular ass person, okay? See, if this was a black or brown man, we would have been seen Dizdar's picture. Dizdar's picture would have been posted for everyone to see. And they would have been like, woman goes on hike with black man, never returns. Child, y'all see how they do this shit? This dude, now I did see a picture. Okay, I did see a picture of Dizdar. Dizdar is very scrumptious. Okay, I can see why, if you're not thinking clearly, you would go on a hike with somebody that looked like Dizdar. Now, it was stupid of her to do, but Dizdar looked fine as fuck. Okay, but guess what? That was stupid. It was stupid of her to go with Dizdar on this damn hike, because I shouldn't say stupid because that lady's dead. Lord forgive me. It was not smart of her to go with a stranger on a hike for a first date. Okay, I want to practice compassion around here. I don't want my heart to be that hardened. So I said, this guy got a whole family. He's a whole cop, but he's going hiking in Arizona. This isn't Pennsylvania. Even when I was in Pennsylvania, I would go hiking. I always had water. But Arizona, guys, what? Make it make sense. Yeah, something is very fishy, Ben Schenker. Something is not smelling right. This man is guilty of something. I'm not saying he killed this lady, but listen, some of these killers be advanced. Okay. He may not have put his hands on her, but what if he knew that lady was dehydrated and had her out there roaming and then ended up dying from heat exposure? This is what I'm telling you. So let's read the Daily Beast. The Daily Beast, they didn't give him the courtesy that the other news people were giving him. The Daily Beast is the one who spilled the tea about the internal investigation in which he lied. Okay? And the Daily Beast also listed his name because, like I said, they protect these people. Do you guys remember? I don't remember what state it was. Y'all remember a few years ago when that white dude, and I'm only saying white because we're identifying the perpetrator, okay? There was a white dude. A lot of times, these domestic terrorists, they end up being white. He set off mad bombs, and so a lot of people died. I don't remember what state it was. Do you know whose picture they posted first on CNN? His Asian girlfriend at the time. His Asian girlfriend, who was nowhere near the incident, okay, had nothing to do with the crime. They were posting her picture before they posted and then they call him the lone wolf. You see the names that they come up for white perpetrators? I want y'all to pay attention to what's happening. They soften and minimize and coddle white perpetrators, and they protect them in the media. And then when it's just a black victim, we're not even talking about the suspect, okay? Because if it's a suspect, you're royally screwed, okay? If you're a black victim, they dig up, oh yeah, she stole a chapstick from Walmart when she was in the 6th grade. And she got, 3 C's on her report card. That's the kind of shit that they do. Meanwhile, Dizdar's name it was very hard to find his name and picture. Okay, even though we don't know if he did anything, I still got to make that disclaimer. It could totally be all heat, exhaustion. But if he wasn't a cop, I would continue to say, leave this man alone. He did nothing wrong other than be a horrible date. Okay, but he is a cop. You should know this. In the jobs that I've had to take CPR and first aid, and they tell you, how to prepare for certain situations. So you mean to tell me that this man don't know none of this? I'm not buying it. Something is weak. Something is not right. And I can see why her family is big mad. I can see why her family is upset and is calling for investigation. But I don't know, guys. They protect their own. So I don't, if something did happen, I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna prove it because they're already trying to sweep it under the rug and make it seem like the dude didn't like do anything, even though that doesn't make any sense, guys. Y'all see how crazy that is? I'm gonna read these comments. Let me see if I can find where I was. Um, okay, I think this is where I was. They do it all the time. Team AJ said, not to mention of Camila Cabello dedicating an entire Twitter and Tumblr account to making racist comments about Black people with no repercussions at all. Facts, AJ. Facts. Take them notes, child. I'm telling you, take them notes. Miss Tiva said she sure was, but came back just as hard. Sister Crystal said, exactly, Presha Cooka. I remember that Paula Deen debacle. I'm glad her and her heart attack fool got canceled. Me too. Me too, Sister Crystal. Her empire of lard. Clyde said Starbucks not. Oh, I remember the Starbucks stuff now. I remember now, Clyde. They had. Oh, my blood is boiling all over again. Starbucks not only tried us once but twice. First with hiding the racist manager. Yep, I remember that. That repeatedly called the police on us. Then the two men weren't the first incident. I remember that. The second was banning BLM masks and T-shirts. Ooh, I can't even because I'm gonna have to calm down. I'm gonna have to do a couple woosahs. I wanted to research the story because I smell a rat. Miss Tiva, the rats stink. It's not looking good. I really wanted to give this man the benefit of the doubt because I try not to jump to conclusions, but this not sounding right. People were right. I was wrong in this case. I think something is amiss. No, peace, love. I agree with you. So they didn't plan on going hiking then. No, they did go. They did plan to go hiking. Oh, I see what you're saying, Sephora. Listen. I don't know. But Peace Love said, right, I'm not sweating and huffing on the first day. Exactly. You're gonna be all sweaty and stuff. That's weird. I gotta get to know you before you see me breaking a sweat. Peace, love. LOL, exactly. Isn't he a cop? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Child. Now I don't know. That could have just been a messy, troll in the comments, but I believe this person for some reason. I believe them because this is the local news for them. Did they do an autopsy yet? I think they're working on it, but you know how I think autopsies take a little bit, and I don't know if they're going to do a toxicology report, but they're already trying to put, there's no foul play suspected. A mess. Yeah. We're going to keep watching and see what happens. Did they really go on a hike or that's what's said? Miss Tiva, I don't even know now. I don't know. I think he concocted this story. You and Sephora got me thinking now. He must have made this whole thing up. Maybe they weren't going hiking. And I want to know what she had on. What was this lady wearing? Because still from her pictures, she seems like she's the type of person that'd be wearing heels and stuff and looking real cute. So I want to see what she had on. Because if she's sitting up there dressed extra cute, you're right. She didn't go hiking. Ben Stinker, she flew to be with him. And she flew from Massachusetts to Phoenix for the first date. That's the other thing. If this is the first date, I'm not coming to your ass. You're coming to me. And why? And it's not all about money, but I don't think I would trust a man why are we going on a date where you're not spending money? Why are we going on a hike for the first date? Okay, we got plenty of time to do that later. But why is the first date going to be we're going to hike? Chaba. It doesn't make any sense. The Deli Beast is raw. Yes, they don't care. She's from Massachusetts. Yes, she is binge. Hopefully he doesn't have connections at the coroner's office. It's not looking good. I'm sending good energy to her family. If he was Black, he would have been in jail. Facts, Sephora. My heart goes out to the family. Just terrible. It's absolutely horrible. Good morning. The story is very strange and doesn't add up. Good morning, Miss Harmony. Thank you for stopping by. Peace Love said, ladies, first date in public places, always penable. Absolutely, Peace Love. Yes, yesterday your thoughts were totally different and my eyebrows went up. I know. Miss Eva, I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, but nope, this ain't looking good. It's looking sketchy. You guys were right. I'm gonna take the L for this one. I'm gonna take the L. Miss Tiva said, I think so because she looks like she stay fancy. She does, right? She looked like she's always looking cute. I don't know. I don't know. I want to see what they found her in because it's not sounding right. The police stopped the investigation and sent the body back, but her friends hired a private detective. Excellent. They stopped the investigation, Sephora? Nope. No, 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 no. And I saw that they were raising money, a GoFundMe, I think to like send her body back. But I wonder if that's a covered investigation too. This doesn't sound right. This Dar, you sound sketchy. And the person in the chat, I think they were telling the truth. I think you got a whole family. I want to see what happened. But I hope justice is served. I hope we find out the truth. Guys, I hate to rush off of this live, but I have to go take a shower, get ready, and I gotta go. Ben Shinker said the boys in blue are tight and always protect one another. They sure do. They sure do, Benj. Miss Tiva said, "Wow, foul play for sure. Absolutely. I hope he gets found out. I love you all. Thank you for joining me for this live. I appreciate everybody who came through, who stayed the whole time. I really, 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 really enjoy all of you. Have a wonderful, beautiful day. And I will keep my eyes on the Angela Tramonte story. May she continue to rest in peace. And I hope that they find out the real truth about what happened. Bye, guys. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Thanks, peace, love. You too, love. Thank you, Miss Tiva.